guys can start asking questions now if you want. So, free psychic medium readings. Hey, welcome. I have to make sure I'm shuffling my cards really well. Hey, Kashika. Oh my goodness, you're my #1 gifter badge. Thank you. Hey, hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you so much. Hi, Miss Williams. How y'all doing? Hey. You guys can start asking questions unless you want to talk. And listen, you guys don't have to limit the question. Hey. You don't have to limit the questions either. If y'all want to ask about current events, that might be fun. Current events. Good evening. Hey, Tony. Thank you, Rasha. Thank you, Miss Williams, for joining the fan club. Will my ex come back and fix things with me? Yes, I see it being cut off, but the sun comes up. So I do feel like they're going to report back. Okay? That's a yes. They're going to fix it. Alicia, will me and my kid's dad Alton reconcile? No, this takes a lot of time. Okay, so I don't feel like at the current moment, no. This person feels like they're going through something. Okay, and then literally my time card comes up. What's crazy is I think things take you may make a threat here, okay, that brings him back, but it's going to be for a short period of time. Okay, I do see you taking matters into your own hand. Thank you, it's Morgie. Thank you so much. Will my job offer in Boston work out? Are you sure you're meant to move right now? This feels like a move that's brought on by like the need for sudden change, okay? Almost like you're trying to get away from something. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like Spirit is halting it. Like God is like, that's not what you need right now, okay? High Priestess comes up, so does my Devil Card. So I do feel like you're being halted for some reason, okay? Just think about why you're moving. Will Omar reach out again in regards to our son? They will reach out. Right now, they're figuring out options, okay? This feels like I'm thinking about what my options are here. So I don't know if something happened. But yeah, they're figuring out the options. I would also try to be mindful of someone, you know, because the energy around us feels like he may reach out to courts, you know, to get partial custody or something like that. So just be mindful of that. Do you feel like energy can change in the future? Yes, it can change in the future. It almost always does. So the way that works, and because I read energy, right? I'm reading the current energy of whatever situation, person, place, right? So you have free will. Once you learn what a possible path would be based on the current energy, you can change that. You know what I mean? So absolutely. So if I say to you today, like, I don't see that it's going to happen. If you change something about the situation, then it's going to change the energy. And yeah, I would be reading it different next week. Did I conceive this month? If I read that right. Will finance change in August? A little after August, actually. I'm feeling around my birthday in September. Actually, that very much feels like my birthday, around my birthday in September. Okay, so I'm going to say mid to late September. All right, I do feel like things change. Is Franchelle my bio sister? Well, there's a lot of people against that being a thing. That's for sure. I feel like there's a lot of people like, no. Oh, that feels very strange to me. I don't feel like they are. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't know why. I don't feel like they are. And I feel like they weren't told the full story. Okay, unfortunately. Hope that makes sense. Will Reggie and I get over his commitment issues? Will Reggie get over his commitment? No. I feel like they try for sure. Okay, they most definitely try. I do think they recognize what you bring to the table, that sort of energy. And I do think they try, and something keeps getting in the way here. This may be a woman, actually. The world, there's a lot of back and forth. I feel like they are paying too much attention to what other people are doing. You know how people fetish, it's almost like a fetish. Like you see people, thank you, warrior princess. I think it says, or prince, I'm sorry, I couldn't see the whole thing. You know how people go online and they almost like fetish, they make a fetish out of other people's lives, like how they live and what they do. And it's like, oh, I wish I had that. That's the energy around him, as if he is constantly like wanting what other people have, which is, I think, causes him to cheat. Okay. Is this new job good for me? Oh my God, that is adorable. Thank you. That is so cute. I've never seen a dancing bear. Thank you so much. Is it good for you? Yes, it does. It's going to feel like a lot. Okay. Especially at first, it's definitely going to feel like a lot. It's going to be a little bit you have to fight for, but I think it's going to actually create a good change. All right. So it is. It feels a little overwhelming though at first. All right. And that's the energy I feel like. Literally my heart is beating faster. Thank you, Coco B. How will my relationship work out, Gemini? It works out good. Beautifully, actually. Okay. I do feel like it's a hard, you know, there's something about a rocky road. Okay. But the Lovers comes up. It's going to be a beautiful relationship. Does Francisco find me attractive? Yes, they do. They find you attractive, and also I don't know if they are the one with money, but one of you have money here, and that's very attractive to somebody. A lot of money cards came up. Thank you, Coretta. Did I ooh, that went fast. Oh, it's 90 people in here. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize. Is housing decreasing my rent? Yes, they are. They are decreasing it. Will Mike and I stay together? Yes, you will. There's some reflection that needs to happen here, okay? You need to reflect on, honestly, you need to reflect on if this is really what you want. That's the spirit is telling me. Okay. Oh, thank you for joining the fan club. Thank you, Marie. Oh, thank you for joining the fan club. Thank you, Marie. For the Park Place or the Met? The Met. Park Place came out really bad, actually. Park Place came out with the Hermit. I feel like you're not going to get as much done for some reason. But the Met is where everything is. It's where the party's happening. I'm going to switch this so I can see these bigger. Does my husband want to be with me? This is like someone being stabbed in the back. Okay, that's the energy that I feel. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna say no. The Magician also comes up. There's a weird energy here. Like they may have done something wrong. I'll be very honest with you. Okay. And the energy I'm feeling from him is like I'm like at my wit's end, and I'm just trying to figure out how to talk through it. Okay. Sorry, that's what I'm feeling. That's the energy for now. That can change, okay, if you weren't here for that, what we talked about later. So you can change that by moving forward a different way, okay? Making different decisions than you would currently make. Thank you so much for the gifts. Come on. Will I get married again? I do see a family here, so I do feel like you'll get married again in time. There are some things that you have to move around. There's definitely some things that you have to do. So it's going to take a minute, but yes. Mel, is R my soulmate? Thank you for joining my fan club. You actually have many soulmates. I'm going to be very honest with you. Is R one? Yes, R is one. Yes, R is a soulmate. Will my marriage get better, Layla? Justice comes up. I feel I'm going to be honest. It doesn't, at the current moment, it does not feel good. Okay. And also I feel like crying. I feel like this person may have put you through a lot. Okay. Is Tony my soulmate? Okay. Soulmate in meant to teach you a lesson. Okay, I want to be very clear about that. So as in, this may not be someone that's meant, thank you for joining the fan club. This may not be someone that's meant to be, honestly, a significant other. This could be just a friend, but they're meant to teach you a lesson. So just be careful with that, okay? Thank you for following me. Did I conceive this month? Did you conceive? I have, that you should know the answer to that already, babe. Or are you asking, will I conceive? Will I get another job soon? Yes, lovers came up with me. Yes, you will, most definitely. This job is going to require you to travel as well, okay? This could be for training or something like that, but I do see you packing up and having to go for this job, okay? Katrina, will I marry Mike? Not where Mike currently is, because I feel like he got a lot going on. Okay, he may be trying to get financing and his life just in general in order. It feels like he's really trying to line things up. The Tower comes up too, so I do think you're going to go through a huge change at some point. All right, but I did not see marriage as of yet. Will I find a job of my dreams? Yes, Chariot comes up. Be careful not to sabotage that in some way, okay? And then the energy I'm feeling around this is if I am pointing things out that are wrong within a job everywhere, right? You know, when you came from one place and you go to another place and you feel like you have the ideas that are better than what they currently have, just be careful with that, because I feel like you are meant to enact change, but the way you may be talking about it may rub the people the wrong way, all right? But yes, you do find that job. Thank you for the follow, guys. Damn. I know I should know this myself. Just wondering if I am fake. Just wondering. I don't understand that. Will my crush come back at my gym soon? Coco B. Yes, they do. It takes some time, but they do come back. Okay, I'm actually showing both of you. Just there's some weird energy here though. Okay, I feel like they come back on something different. I don't know why they were out, but I feel like they're not, something's a little off with them. Okay, like they may have went through something, that's why they weren't there. Something happened, and I feel like they're not treating you exactly the same. They're not as friendly, right? Just be aware of that. Lexi, will my relationship, oh, it's moving so fast, child. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, I'm going to find Shayla. I'm going to read you, but Shayla, if it's okay, I'm going to make somebody an admin. Shayla, am I going to see Dante tonight? Hold on, Shayla. I'm also going to make you my moderator, love. Okay. Are you going to see them tonight? Oh, something changes. Something changes. You were definitely supposed to. If this turns into something else, I feel like you guys are going to be communicating over text or something, but I do feel like something changes tonight. Okay. D, will Jay call me back again soon? What is Jay on? They do call back again soon, but I feel like right now, like they're just on something. Meaning like their energy is bad. I don't know if they went through something or angry. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like I'm angry. I'm upset at something. But they get better. The sun comes out, right? But right now they're very angry. Is AJ still thinking about me? Yes, still very much in their head. Okay. And the Hierophant comes up too. That energy is like, not only am I thinking about you, I'm like trying to figure out how to make things work. Okay, trying to figure out how to get my way. Thank you for the gift. Should I leave my partner? That's a hard question, Lika. Damn. It literally has you gone away. Yes, you should. It's saying yes. But listen, you have to understand, you have freedom of choice. Don't take what I say as a definite, all right? The cards are coming up, yes. I'm going to be honest about what I feel. My energy, which I believe this is you. My heart feels tight. I feel very sad. Almost like I'm going into a depression, sad, okay? And I feel like I've actually given all that I can give. Do you understand? I hope that makes sense. I feel like I've given everything that I have, and I haven't got the outcome that I wished for, okay? So if that's you, then know that maybe that's the best thing for you to do. Thank you, Marissa. Okay. Tootie, will Eric and I be involved in a romantic relationship? Yeah, it's a romantic relationship, but I feel like it doesn't have a title. Okay, ask yourself what you're really looking to get out the relationship, because I feel like you're gonna ask for it to change into something, and they're not ready. Okay, and they may end it. All right, so just be mindful of that. Right, if I see it, honey, I'm so sorry. It's 100 and almost 30 people in here, so the chat is moving very fast. Will I ever get a good page with my daughter father? Get on a good page with my daughter father. Yes, you do. I'm going to be honest. This feels like you both, it's going to take you to kind of put yourself out there. And I feel like you're already doing that. Okay. So yes, that can definitely happen. You're going to need to be reflective, but I do feel like he shows up. Okay. And you guys start to see eye to eye, just based more off the parenting things, because you both want what's best for the child. Okay, I do see you seeing eye to eye. If you may, I just realized when you said if you can get a reading, if you mean a private reading, thank you, Brian, so much. Thank you, honey. If you mean a private reading, yes, the link is in my bio. It's the first link. It's going to take you to all of my links, so my link tree. And that first link you can book right there. It takes you right to my calendar so that you can book, okay? Spiritual and Wealthy is the name of my company. It's going to take you there. Thank you, Lisa Boo. It's going to take you there so you can go ahead and book. And I do have openings, I think, for this week. All right, this week coming. All right, might even have some for Saturday, actually. Oh, Mariah, I just got fired. Well, I find another job soon. Yes, get out of your head, though. I feel like something, you know what, when people are planning things and work friends are going out and hanging, there's this energy that's kind of in the air where it's like, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to, but I'm feeling like that what's happening at work is they're separating you. Like, kind of like high school. And for like everybody's making friends, they have their little cliques almost, and for some reason I'm seeing you over here. Okay, I want you to be mindful that yes, you're not there to make friends, but I hate to say it, especially in like corporate America environments too, you kind of got to schmooze a little bit, be very approachable, find out how people are doing. I promise you, I've been in that situation. You don't always want to, especially hang out after work. But you really do have to in the atmosphere that we work in, okay? Well, I find employment soon. Oh, thank you for pinning that. When I'm married again to my current boyfriend. There's some back and forth with the employment, okay? But you do find something. It takes a while. It takes like 6 months, but I do see something in return. Will you get married to your current boyfriend? That was the last one that was pinned. Well, I put a lot of cards on that one. You need to get back into your power. I feel like the person that you're with is waiting for you to make a move, okay? I don't know why that is, but they're waiting for you to make a move. I'm not saying that you have to be the one to propose, but there's something that you need to do in order for them to move forward. And it feels like you need to fight for them. I don't know why they think you need to fight for them, but they want you to fight for them, okay? Should I leave Marquise? This is coming up, yes. And I'm going to be honest, feels like it's you. The energy that I'm feeling is like, I'm frustrated, okay? This doesn't feel like, oh, I've given my all. It's like, not only have I given my all, I'm at my wit's end, okay? That's the energy I'm feeling. I'm at my wit's end. And I want to get there's an energy of I want to get this person back. I'm still frustrated about whatever it is that's happened. And I kind of want to even the scales, okay? If that's you, then I'm going to say yes. Okay. Lakita, does James want to reach out? Oh, Lakita. What? Latika, I'm sorry. Does James want me to reach out to him first? Thank you, Mariah. Yes, and I feel like James might be going through something, so you do need to reach out first, okay? I don't know what happened to you guys and why you're not talking, but all this energy is he is going through something. He's really looking for kindness right now, someone to talk to, okay? Just so you guys know too, I know I'm probably not getting to all of my subscribers' comments in here, All right, those are the ones with the Sage badge. And then I have another tier as well. We are, after this, I am doing a subscriber only live. So you guys will have an opportunity to ask those questions if I didn't get to them, okay? Cindy, is a job coming in soon? Will it be in mental health field or another? Cindy. Thank you, Aaron. Mental health. No, I do feel like you're carrying more than one thing. Okay, so I will tell you, I do feel like a job is going to come through because the Emperor shows up, and I feel like literally you're weighing your options. So I feel like there may be two options here for you. Justice come through, but at some point you pick up an additional thing. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Yes, a job is coming in your field, but at some point there's a need to pick up something else. So this could be an addition to your whatever you're working in. Okay. Am I getting a new job soon? Yes, you are. You're not only getting a new job, you're going to have a few different options, okay, for a job. I feel like you're going to get a couple things that come through at once. So at a time when it felt like it was a little bleak, like things weren't happening, all of a sudden I do feel like things just go, okay, for you. Hi, Manita. Oh, that went down real fast. I don't know what that said. I'm sorry. Will I be able to help my daughter with her mental health issues? Oof. Yeah, you're gonna need help. The role by itself is very difficult. You're gonna need help. Okay, I do see somebody coming in, so I'm gonna say I don't know who this person is, but I would say reach out to a third party, whatever, a therapist, psychiatrist, something. You're gonna need actual professional help if this is gonna get done. You can't do it by yourself. Okay, feels like a lot to carry. Am I working in a toxic work environment? There's definitely toxic people around you. I do feel like there's one person here. You might have a work friend. Maybe that's the person I'm feeling, because I do feel like you guys may be close. And then the energy with everybody else feels very much off. Yes, very much off. Okay. And what could be a pretty normal environment. Now, I will say a little bit of it is in your head, so I do think you might be making it a little worse, but I am seeing people whispering, and the environment feels very uncomfortable for you. Okay, I don't think they're always talking about you, but there's definitely little talks and things happening. Okay, so I do feel like it's a little bit shady. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay. Natasha, is my mom okay? Okay, I'm not sure if that's you're asking that because your mom has already passed or if she's still living. I would need a follow-up question, okay? I cannot tell the difference in the energy that I feel. I hope that makes sense. I don't necessarily know if the person passed or if the person is living when I feel what I'm feeling, okay? Unless they tell me how they passed. So I'm gonna need more information for that. She transitioned. Definitely okay. And she is still here, because sometimes you can be reborn. She has not been reborn. She is still here. She watches over you as well. I also think she has some pretty bad back problems, because my back is killing me right now. So if that's her, yes, she's here. Hi, Demi, my cancer blocked me. Is this goodbye or will he unblock me? Oh, let's see. No, unblock. They're doing something right now. I feel like they're tying up some loose ends, and I do see them kind of going back and forth. I don't know if this is what they do, go back and forth. But the Lovers also came up, and my Cups came up. So no, they're coming back. Okay. Also, Cancers are very moody. All right. You got to be very make sure you communicate really well with Cancers, because they get in their own head, and they're very moody. Girl. Can we follow up with me, brother? Can I follow up with you, brother? Kiva, yes. Can you do me a favor though, Kiva? Several things happened after that reading. Do me a favor. And I don't know if this was him or not. Just message me, okay? I'm gonna tell you so after that reading, a lot of people showed up. One of them being though who scared the crap out of me, because I went outside to feed my ducks, and then came back in, and in front of me was standing a person in a motorcycle helmet. Okay, I know you said he was in a car accident. I don't know who this person was, but they were very clear. Like literally, it almost felt to me like they were physically here. Okay, and they were in a motorcycle helmet. So message me. I don't know if that was them or not, but a lot of people were showing up. I'm a lot more blocked now, so I'm not letting too many things come through. Does my husband who died 5 years ago come visit me? Tara, I can promise you I've never met a spirit that does not come and visit the people that they love. So I can already tell you yes. Also, I don't know how they pass, but like, or they have very bad allergies, because I'm feeling allergies right now. Okay, like all of my sinuses feel crazy blocked. So I don't know if that's them or not, but very bad allergies. But yes, they come visit you. Okay. Am I getting a divorce after 24 years together, JK? Oh, definitely it's been time. No. I feel like you guys are going to have a break for sure, okay? I feel like you guys are going to have a break, and there's a point in time in which you start reflecting, and then you make changes to the marriage and how things look, and you actually find each other again. Okay, I'm almost feeling like it may have gotten into a point where you both have lost yourselves in something, whether it's the kids, just regular day-to-day life, and you kind of need to find yourselves again and then come back and introduce who you have now become. All right, that's the energy I'm feeling. You just need to move some things around, but the tower is coming, so I do feel like the change is going to happen, and you're going to get right back together. So separate now. This is insane. Will I get a job or create a job? Go in. Will you get a job or create a job? You will create a job. Here's the thing, though. You have a lot of ideas. Thank you guys for the gifts. You have a lot of ideas. I need you to narrow it down. Okay? That's the only thing. I feel like you can go in 10 different directions at the same time. Also, I don't know if you have ADHD type of thing. Like, I feel like I'm everywhere. Like, oh my God. Like, there's 1,000 thoughts a minute. Bring it down, find one idea, and then move forward, and make sure you are finishing tasks, okay? Finish one thing before you move on to the next, and yes, you will be the one to create it. What should I do about Reese? What does she want from me? Let me shuffle. Consistency. Whoever this is wants consistency and a clear thought, like a way forward, okay? They just want a clear, consistent way forward, and that's it. So whatever this is, it feels like planning, being set in what it is you're going to do, and that's all we're going to do, and we're going to make it to that point, and then we'll figure things out. Okay, that's what they want. Thank you, Carter. What should I do? Ooh, it's moving too fast. Will my husband come home this year, and will things go well with... Oh, sorry. Doesn't show me the whole thing. Oh, I do see a part. Yes, it does. And whatever that is, it goes well. Okay. I do see like a little party happening. So I don't know where they are, but I feel like a get together, a family happens when they come. There is a little bit of struggle in the I was getting ready to say military. I don't know if this person is in the military, but that popped in my head randomly when I was getting ready to say there's a little bit of struggle getting things back on track. Okay. And then you do get things back on track. So, and the energy around that, maybe that's why I said military, feels like I'm learning my normal again. I'm relearning a new normal, okay? What's going on with my finances? Kim cutting up. Kim, I feel like you have people leading you in the wrong direction. This is like, okay, I say finances, it's almost like it's not you that's doing things with your finances. I feel like there's somebody else doing things with your finances, okay? I don't know if there's somebody else there. If you're, I don't want to, for some reason the word missing money is coming up, okay? But so it feels like somebody else might be slightly misusing your money, okay? So I don't know if you're with someone. I don't feel like you share bank accounts or something. I just feel like someone else is either borrowing money from you at a fairly consistent basis, or you're having to pay for somebody else's something. And that's the problem, because I don't think they actually need it. Okay. Okay. Is my boyfriend cheating? This person feels like, oh, thank you, Manita. This person feels like, I see the Jamie, I see it. Give me 1 second. This person feels like they're all over the place, but I don't think they've cheated in the way that you think. Okay, I this doesn't feel like I've done the actual act. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But I do feel like I'm chatting, right? Like I'm looking at options, that type of energy. All right. So if that matters to you, then, and if that's considered cheating to you, then yes. But that's not considered cheating to everybody. Okay. My boyfriend, so my boyfriend passed away a month ago. Does he have a message for me? Jamie. Okay. Jamie, when we have large crowd, it is so difficult for me to grab one energy and pull them through. But let me see. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, I immediately feel like crying, and I'm seeing a child. I don't know if you guys had a son together. God, I don't know if it's because he passed so soon. Like, I really feel sad. I need you to tell me if you guys had a son together. I saw a child very clearly. Okay. Yeah, before I move on, I need confirmation. Okay. Sorry, I'm just waiting to see if she responds. Okay, I need confirmation on that. If this is him, then I could know kids together, a grandson together. Is he still young? Small, because I'm seeing a small son. I assume kid. And he's crying. All right. So yes, he is here. Yes, he's 3. Yes, and that's literally the age he looked like. I see him sitting on the ground playing. Okay, blonde hair. Short still slightly thin at the top, blonde. You have a message? Okay, he is still very sad. The first thing he said is, I'm sorry I left you alone like this. Okay. He is still there because he watches his grandson playing. That's what he showed me. He's literally sitting on the ground, I'm guessing in his living room, and he's playing with his toys still. Okay. Without going too deep, because there's more things they want to say, they're just apologizing for leaving you alone. And I feel like they left a bit of a burden. Things were not figured out. Okay. There was no real plan if this were to happen. And I feel like it was kind of just sat on everybody's shoulders. All right. He's apologizing for that as well. All right. Should I move forward with Hayden? No, that needs to take some time. Yes, something needs to change though, and then I think it'll work out. Right now, things feel odd. Things feel a little busy, right? Like right now, I feel like you're going in 2 different directions. It takes time, and you guys can get on the same path though. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts again, guys. If I'm not seeing them immediately, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus on the comments. Okay, will I make it through nursing school? Yes, you will. Stay focused. Don't get in your head. Again, I keep seeing, I don't know if you're the same person, because I think I've answered this question a couple times. You tend to get in your head. Okay, you have to believe in yourself a little bit more. All right, you getting in your head is what makes things difficult. Okay, I feel like you question whether you can do it or not, because when it gets hard, maybe you're not picking it up as quick as other people. Maybe you're making mistakes, and I really feel like you beat yourself up when you make a mistake. Okay, and you kind of start to spiral. I'm also hearing that negative voice. You know how you have that negative voice that's like, see, can you do this? You can't do this. you're not good enough, that type of thing, you got to calm that voice down. You can absolutely do this, okay? You just have to get control of that voice. Don't let that voice mess you up. Should we go through with suing my husband's employer? Will the lawyer pick up the case? Alexis. Yes, they're gonna fight your case, okay? And yes, you win it very well, actually. Justice comes up with literally a husband carrying. Yes, you should. My dad passed away. Is he okay with everything that happened at his? Why doesn't it let me see the whole thing? Oh, at his house. It's so funny. I don't know if your dad did this when he was thinking, because immediately I'm like, ooh. No. I'm feeling a no. Okay. Not okay with everything that happened. Okay. I'm a little frustrated as well. Kind of feel I'm tearing up a little bit, but not crying. Okay. I'm tearing up a little bit. I'm not. So I don't know what happened. I'm getting a sense of like maybe infighting type of situation. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Leland. I don't think he is. Okay. Audrey, what do I need to know? Masters in tech, working customer service. What do you need to know? Masters in tech. About your job? I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you may have gotten a little bit in your own way, like you picked up too many things at once. There's also an expectation that you wanted to go into a certain space, right? You know how we kind of like grow up feeling like if I go to college, I'm gonna, like, that's it, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get the job, and I'm gonna go into that position, and I'm gonna make this much money, because I know when you go to school, they tell you, okay, this position has this salary, right? There's almost a sense of that. And I don't know if you want to do gaming. When you say tech, if that's gaming, I feel like whatever it is that you chose is almost like a small circle of people. You understand what I'm saying? That's the energy that I'm getting. Almost as if in order to get into that place, I needed to know people that was already in that place so that I could get myself in there. I feel like you didn't make enough connections, okay? I feel like that may have been the issue. I think you wanted your work to be enough to carry you through. And I feel like the people that did get jobs are the people that knew people that were already at companies, okay? Now it's a part of like you having to crawl your way out of this space, all right? And I know that can be very difficult. I'm going to highly suggest to you that you make the time to start visiting places where tech people go, okay? A tech conference, okay? Go to a small business place where you may meet some small tech companies, okay? But you need to start thinking outside the box. This isn't just applying for jobs anymore. You need to know people, okay? And I can tell you, my husband has his own tech company. I'm going to tell you, 90% of his company doing well is him meeting people. All right, I can tell you 100%. So you're in the industry that you're in is a very connected industry. All right, so you're gonna have to get your way in there. Okay, thank you guys so much for the gifts. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you feel like that. And if you're in tech, listen, take what you can out of these. Take what you can if it resonates with you. When I moved to Florida, something does not work out with this. No. And I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't feel like the right place for you. I don't know if there's, and I feel like maybe you're going there because there's someone there. That doesn't feel good. Okay, I don't know if you're going there because there's somebody there that you may stay with, live with. You know that it feels like something changes with that, and you regret it later. Okay. Am I a medium? Munasis love. Yes. I do feel like you're a medium, so I feel the energy. I used to be able to see it as a kid. I don't want to see it, to be honest. Every now and again, one will slip through, but I don't want to see it. It makes me very uncomfortable. I actually think you're a very good one with feeling, like I do, but also hearing. Okay, I hear a little bit. Sometimes I'll get a little audio of them saying certain things, but mostly they do it. They communicate through what they make me feel. I actually think you're audible and you can hear them very well. Okay. Will Michael and I get back together, Desiree? Yes, you do. I'm actually seeing you guys cut things out. I don't know if you have a family together or what, but I do feel like you may have been at the stage in a relationship where you were talking about it for sure. And yes, you do make your way back together. Okay. There's a lot of new people here. I'm going to take a second to say hello. I'm an author, a medium. I have 2 books out. They're available on my website if you would like to. They're on Amazon. Also, if you're looking for a private reading, I have as little as 15 minutes. We can do quite a bit in 15 minutes, especially if you come prepared with questions, okay? However, if you want mediumship, that's very difficult to fit into 15, sometimes even 30, okay? And also, mediumship is not guaranteed, all right? Some people do, when they pass, they get to decide if they want to be reborn. Some people do, all right? And some people, plain and simple, won't communicate with me. They don't want to. They're not ready. So I can feel them around me, but they won't really say much. Okay. So it's really, just psychic mediumship, getting those questions answered. I'm also a coach. So I help with a lot of things. Thank you, Shayla. I help with a lot of things. Sometimes a reading will turn into just us talking, and figuring out some next steps. Right. So that's great as well. If you'd like to experience that, there's a link in my bio, the first one, okay? And I thank you all for being here. Give me a follow. I'm going to go for a few more minutes, but I do, once a week, I do show up for just my subscribers, okay? And we do a live that's just for subscribers, so they have an opportunity to ask more questions, spend more time with me. Yeah, so that's it. All right. Can't figure out if I should give my ex a second chance. Yes, but you need to make some changes. Okay, Tyra comes up. I want you to set better boundaries this time, if you do. Rules for engagement, if you will. Okay, just, these are my expectations. All right, and I feel like they actually respond really well to that. Thank you, Janine. Okay. Do you see anything from me, Angela Ramirez? I was deployed with someone last name Ramirez. They were a very nice person. Yes, I don't know if you currently have this love in your life. Okay, maybe you do. Feels really great though. But there's this person that you're with, or the person that's coming very soon, is very much a soulmate. I think you're gonna spend a very long time with this person. Okay, that was all love cards. Okay, read. Tyresha. Albert, will the older guy I gave my number to at the gym reach out to me this weekend? Yes, they do. And I don't know what they do for a living, but I feel like they're very successful, to be honest. Like, when I say successful, I mean like sugar daddy type successful. No, read me, LOL. Oh, you gotta ask a question, babe. Or you are free to book a reading in my bio. In my bio, but ask a question. It's moving really fast. There's 240 people in here. I wish you could see what it looks like on mine. Thank you, Janine. Will I meet my oh my God, look, I was reading that when it scrolled. Oh, where'd it go? Will I meet my person and finally be at peace as well as happy? I'm going to be really honest with you when I say this. I feel like you may be the cause of some of this, okay? Some of the things that have been happening. There's a need for you to elevate yourself, okay? I feel like, you know how when you're, I don't want to say younger because I don't feel like you're younger, okay? But you know how when you are easily triggered, right? When you still haven't really dealt with some of the things from your past that cause some sort of pain or some sort of quick emotional response, that's the energy that I'm feeling. I feel like you're getting quickly triggered by things, and some things usually get said or done, okay, that it's difficult to recover from and kind of takes the relationship in a different direction, all right? You have to elevate and get through that. when you elevate and get through that, yes, somebody does come in. And I do feel like God is aligning someone for you. Okay, they're preparing someone for you, but you're going to have to work on that. You're easily triggered by things. And I do feel like sometimes the other person doesn't have an opportunity to say how they felt and what they actually meant by maybe things they're saying. Okay. Well, my wife and I have more than enough money to move our family to Thailand's moving. Oh, I hope so. I've been to Thailand. It's so nice there. I went 2 years ago. Yes. Actually, see, things are going to change. So it's going to feel like you're not. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind. When you move, I actually feel like things are going to be tight. And then some sort of opportunity happens for your wife, actually. And things work out. Okay. I don't know if she finds a small business, like an online something that she's doing, but I do feel like she finds an opportunity that actually makes things better than they were. Okay. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. Thank you. Okay. Am I going to have a baby? Sarah Rachel. Sorry, I feel like this takes a while, okay? I'm also seeing help here, all right? I don't know if this is something that you struggle with. I'm going to say maybe IVF, I think it's called, something like that. I see that there's help here. And then, yes, something gets resolved. So I do feel like you can move forward after that. But I am seeing a third party, okay? I got to answer this one because it's a battle, buddy. I'm in the military. Will I pass away on my deployment? That's what I want to know. I have kids. Oh, Debbie, please. No, I hope you don't. I was also in the military. I was in the Army for 16 years. Most of it reserves. But I went to Iraq in 2009, 2010. No. You don't. I want you to be careful, though, okay, because you do experience something that feels pretty traumatic. There's a fight, okay, for your... which we all go through, a fight for your mental health. I actually think this works out really well for you. What you have to be careful of is when you come back becoming a hermit, because I do see you coming back, okay? But don't seclude or, don't allow yourself to get into a stage where you are putting yourself by yourself, okay? You need to maintain some kind of, family relationships, stay in contact with the people you were deployed with, okay? You're welcome, Battle. 8 years in the Army. Congrats. I had to get out. I'm sorry. I had to. I did after the 16 years. My kids were getting older. I got deployed when they were very young, which I had a lot of issues with that. I just felt very guilty. And I was like, okay, I think it's over. Plus, you know what? As you get older, I was also working like a corporate job by then. I was in the Army Reserves. Army Reserves is very different than regular Army. And man, I just started seeing problems everywhere in how people handle themselves. Especially, I was working for Apple, which has very high standards. And I'm sorry, when you're in the military and you start realizing that there's corporate America standards were higher than some of the Army standards, I was like, oh, I gotta go. I have to go. Paperwork was missing. People were, it was bad. And then, not for nothing, military people, especially the young kids in the reserves, they were doing all kinds of crazy stuff together. I said, oh, it's time. I'm a married woman. I'm married. I have children. This is too much. The young kids were doing a lot. Yes, they are very wild. Will my marriage work out, little baby? Yes, it does. And I know that it's been, I feel like it's been some time. Things have changed. Again, I feel like, and I'm going to be honest, I feel like maybe they have changed more to the point where it's like, I don't even know who this person is anymore. Okay, I don't know this is not the person that I married. That's the energy that I'm feeling. It can work out. Okay, I do feel like you've cried quite a bit because this person is acting very different. I think they're going through something. They may need a little help. Okay. Hi, am I in touch with a higher dimensional being? Emma. Oh, yes. Emma, and I would say just be careful, okay? It doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel good either. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right. That did not feel like there's light beings and things that I can communicate with, right? Because I feel energies. So what I'm saying is not bad, not good. That to me typically feels like a trickster energy, you know, that might slightly lead you the wrong way. Okay, so I want you to be careful with that. Yeah. And make sure when you're contacting things that are not of this realm, you need to make sure that you're also protecting yourself. Okay. Whatever your religion or spiritual practice is, you need to make sure that is in play every single day. If you believe in God, like I do, right? Bible need to be in hand, and you need to be going around the house, you know, putting up barriers, protecting yourself. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Using scripture, whatever it is you need to do, but make sure you're protecting yourself. Yes, I was talking about you and your wife with a baby. No, that one wasn't for you. I think you asked about moving, right? I think that was you that asked about moving. Okay. Sorry, I saw another. Does my brother have a message for me? Oh, Angela. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. How does my neck hurts so bad, almost as if it was twisted in some way. Okay. I don't know how they passed. But I need proof of that before I could move on, so I can make sure this is the person. Something feels like, and I feel like this, okay? Like I've been pushed back. Could be a car accident of some sort. Okay, that's what makes me think like whiplash. That's the word, like a whiplash. Could be a car accident of some sort. Okay, if that is them, I wish I can get a confirmation. It's really hard when we have this many people in there. If that is them, they want you to know I'm okay. I don't know if you've been asking that question or wondered if they went to the right place. Okay. But it's definitely a car accident. I can feel it in my back now too. Okay. It's hard to get confirmation for those type of things. So I am going to ask that we don't do those here just because I want to be accurate. Okay. I actually really care about how I show up. All right. I want to be accurate, but in order for me to be accurate, I need confirmation I'm speaking to the right spirit. All right. I've had it where I'm in the middle of talking to one person and somebody else butts in. So I want to make sure that I'm connecting with the right person. So I do need to know from you if I'm correct. And it's just too hard with the comments, okay? Something told me to stop, and then I saw your name. My name is Tanisha too. Hi, T. Everyone calls me T as well. What is next for my love life? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to be honest. You're talking about your love life, and Spirit is saying you're supposed to be traveling right now. Okay. Spirit is like, what do you love life? What do you mean? Like, what? We ended things so that you could move on. You said you wanted to get out and travel, and you're supposed to be seeing things. Why do you keep letting people tie you down? And why is there so much back and forth? That's what I'm feeling and kind of seeing. Spirit is like, why are you doing this? I want you to be traveling and getting experiences under your belt. Will things work out in my favor if I move to North Carolina? North Kakalaki, that's what we used to call it. Yes, they do. They do. I do feel like you have to cut something off, okay? This may be a relationship or some sort of, let me change it, a situationship or something, you know, something like that may need to be cut off first. But yes, you do fantastic. The Empress comes up as well. I think you do great. Is Ontario the one for me? I do feel like you're going to have a little bit of a tough time, okay? Be careful not to lose yourself in this. I feel like this person requires a lot, okay? Almost like proof of love. Like they're just going to keep having things that you need to do in order to earn their love. And it's like, you know, like dangling the carrot in front of the bunny type of thing. And you're always going to be chasing after. Just be careful not to lose yourself, all right? That's what I'm going to say. The one for you, you know, that's a decision you're going to have to make. But I do feel energy that there's going to be a lot. Was everything with him a lie and a game to him? You know, I feel like this person went back and forth. I think initially, I'm going to be honest, what I'm seeing is actually initially it started off bad, and I think they changed. Something about you made them change. I think they started to like, so whatever this started off as is not what it became. It actually became something that they were trying to put into, okay? So it did not, it may have started the wrong way, but I do feel like this person may have gotten feelings or, you know, actually felt something for you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Will the new relationship be the one? Let's see. Okay, it's going to be a rocky road. I don't know if this person comes with a little baggage. They might have ex-girlfriends, baby mothers, like something. There's something there. Okay, ex-wife, there's something there. And I do feel like it works out well. Okay, I do see a contract being signed after, so this could be marriage, to be honest with you. But it is rocky at first. All right, just a heads up. Thank you guys for the follow. Is the person I met recently my soulmate? Yes. In soulmate, this person's definitely there, again, to teach a lesson, but this is a relationship, and this does wind up being a long-term relationship, okay? And when I say long-term, I mean at least a year to 2 years type of thing, right? So not under that. So I do feel like it works out for quite some time. Possibly this person and you move in together, okay? And that feels like a high possibility, but I do think it's like it could or could not happen within that time period. All right, but I hope that makes sense. I do feel like you could be moving in with this person, but it like your energy is somewhere in between, if that makes sense. Like you may not really want that by the time it happens. Thank you guys again for the gifts. Will my business pick up to sustain my future? Let's see. It can. You got to get out there. Hermit comes up. I feel like you're not in the right places. Can it? Yes. Also, I'm feeling a fear. I don't know if you have a slight fear of like showing yourself and really putting yourself out there. You got to get over it. You have to trust that what you're doing, you're meant to be doing, and don't worry about what's the word when you get into rooms and you feel uncomfortable, like you don't belong there. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Like for whatever reason, you feel like you don't belong in the rooms where you actually belong. Okay, you're gonna have to get over that. You have to get over that. You have to trust that what you're doing is what you need to be doing, and that you belong in every room God puts you in. Do you understand? Or else you wouldn't be there. And then you need to start walking in rooms, okay, like you belong there. Open up the doors that you thought were supposed to be closed, all right? And yes, it can. But don't be afraid to show up and show out. Thank you so much for the heart. I feel strange lately. What do I need to do? I feel so strange lately. Markyla. I'm feeling, so I pull cards and I don't think I needed to. Markyla, there's like something, baby. I don't know who you pissed off. I don't know who you upset. Somebody is putting something on you, like constant thoughts. Like, I don't know who you're around that's secretly an enemy of you. Do you understand? Like, I'm constantly around somebody who really doesn't actually like me because I keep hearing almost the voice of someone like, ugh. Like, literally, and I feel like I'm hanging out with you. Somebody is hanging out with you or around you. I don't know if this is at work. I don't know if I can't really tell where you are. But you have someone who actually does not like you that you think is a friend. Okay? And it is really not, it's not vibing with you well. I think Spirit is trying to make you aware of this person. And I feel like you're not fully paying attention because I really think they have you thinking that they're your friend. All right. But it's like a constant, it almost feels like magic to a point where this person is doing it so often where they're not talking very good about you, where they're having very negative thoughts about you. And it's like every time I hear you saying you're doing well, I'm like, ugh, you know, like that feeling. Okay, just pay attention to the people you have around you. Okay. Okay, thank you for saying that, Evelyn. I do not. Okay, so I have one other account, which is actually a different profile picture of me. Okay, Oh wait, I gotta do this thing. I will never reach out to you first. As a matter of fact, if I think that I need to connect with you, I will tell you during the live. Do me a favor and go ahead and message me, okay? I will never reach out to you first unless we have had a session and for whatever reason, I felt like I needed to check in on you because I gave you homework or something, okay? Like I gave you something to do. I will never message you. My business is an actual business. There's a website. You go through an actual payment processor, right? I will never ask you for Cash App, PayPal, or any of those type of things, okay? So please report those pages. If you get a message from someone, report that page and go ahead and block it, okay? So they don't reach out to you again. Please don't fall for those type of scams. It's so scary to me that people do this. They don't have anything else to do, I guess. Will Tharia and I have a long, healthy, happy, and wealthy life overseas? Tharia? That feels like a Tharia. Overseas. Yeah, it does well. I do feel like you have a little bit of back and forth about whether that was the right move or not, okay? I feel like you're definitely going to miss things, obviously, but it feels good. I think you both start to kind of go into your own space, if that makes sense. Almost as if you're like remaking yourself. Like a lot of things like you were taught about who you were here, at least in that space, it's like it just falls right off and you're free to kind of recreate yourself. So it does feel like it's a lot less stressful, okay? Does Carlos still think of me? Yes. In time too, I do think they may start kind of coming around a little bit. I see you guys for some reason connecting, okay? So I don't know if you've kind of started that because I do feel like I asked this question before. In time, you guys see each other somewhere. Okay, this is some kind of meetup, all right? But they are still thinking about you. Thank you for the gifts. Will Terrence come back to me? Yes, they do. A little bit of a hard road. I feel like you've gone down for sure, okay? But I feel like when things were good, things were fantastic. And I'm actually, the energy around this feels like when things were good, they were so good, I was not expecting what happened to end things, okay? But I do feel like they come back. Read you, if you could ask a question, honey, and if I see it, I will, okay? Will I pass the bar exam? I do feel like you have to take it a second time. Okay, don't give up on that though. I don't know, and I'm also spirit is like there's a time period. I don't know if there's a time period between when you take it and they're like, okay, you can't now take it again for 6 months or whatever. I do feel like there may be a time period in between. But yes, you do pass it after that. Okay, so the first time does not work out the greatest. Will I have another child? Marry Kevin. Will be successful. I got pinned, but no answer. Sorry, honey. The pin, I think, came down really fast. Yes, it's like 30 seconds. Give me 1 second. Will I have another child? Marry Kevin. Another child? Marry Kevin. So first of all, the child does come up. Okay, so I actually do think you may have another child. The marrying though is where I do see a bit of a problem. Okay, something changes. I do feel like something changes with the relationship after that next child. Okay, will I ever get my horses, truck, and trailer from Freddie? Yeah, this feels like he's playing a game, almost like he wants you to come around. Okay, so it's going to be a fight because that's what he wants. I don't know if this person likes you, okay, but it's almost like the energy around us is like, you know how you're at least back in my day, I'm 43, you know, when a boy picked on you in school, it was like, oh, he probably has a crush on you. That's the energy that Freddie has. You know, like I'm messing with you because I want your attention and I don't know how else to get it. That's the energy. How can I enhance my psychic or empathic abilities? The best thing I can say is one, start trusting yourself. Okay, for sure, start trusting yourself. And then write things down and test the theory. Literally treat yourself as if I treated myself as if I was my own sort of experiment. Okay, so I got to a point where I just started writing things down. I remember telling my best friend, literally looking at the guy she wanted to date, And I don't know what it was. I just heard a voice say, he's going to get his ex-girlfriend pregnant. And I said, I don't think you want to mess with him. I feel like he's going to get his ex-girlfriend pregnant. Okay. And she was just like, what the hell are you talking about? I haven't talked to him yet. I was like, yeah, just something about that just feels off. And sure enough, it took some time, obviously, but he got his ex-girlfriend pregnant while they were in a relationship because she didn't listen to me. Okay. So just, keep that in mind, but write things down. Sometimes things take longer to manifest themselves, and treat yourself like a little bit of experiment. It's like, I wonder if this will come true. Okay. And then see how many things do, and you'll actually work up, your trust in your own intuition. Marquita, should I give the guy from work my number? No, do not do it. Absolutely not. It does not work out well, and it creates all types of problems. Okay, and I'm not just saying that because it's at work. Literally every card I pulled, which is bad. His energy too feels like somebody who's sabotaged. Like he just ruins things for himself. As a matter of fact, like things might actually be going pretty good for him, and he's just looking for something to tear up and ruin everything. And that's what it feels like. It feels disastrous. I would not do it. Will anyone ever want me for me, not what I can do for them? KK. Oh, KK. Yes. Yes, they will. Actually, somebody does come along. But I'm going to tell you, the first thing you need to do, again, you have to see yourself better than you currently see yourself. Okay, because that's what I'm sensing. All right. And then you need to find more balance. All right, because that's the other part that I'm seeing. So you need to love yourself a little bit more, and find the balance between you loving yourself and you loving someone else. They need to be equal. You understand? You cannot love somebody else more than you love yourself. You just can't. All right, because then you are going to bend and do things that go against your own spirit, your own soul, your own well-being. Okay. That needs to feel like it's a little equal. If not, things are going to feel off kilter, and you're not going to be happy anyway. You're going to feel like you've been used. So you have to be the one to maintain that balance. All right. And you do that, one, by loving yourself, and two, putting things in place, boundaries in place that says, hey, this is how far I'm willing to go to earn love or feel love from you. I'm not willing to go any further than that, because really you should be loved just for being who you are and showing up for you. Anything extra is where you start to set boundaries. Okay. Will things work out for me and Marissa? Thank you. You're welcome, T. Marissa. They do work out. There's some change that needs to happen, to be honest. I feel like somebody's getting the short end of the stick. Okay. That may be you, but I do feel like somebody's getting the short end of the stick. You guys need to sit down and almost come to an understanding of what the relationship, or whatever this is, needs to look like, and make sure you both have the same understanding and of expectations. All right, because I feel like that's off. I feel like you both are in two different places with that. Okay. Should I stay in my current romantic relationship, Kai? Yes, you should. I will say, the Hierophant comes up. I want you to be very thoughtful. Don't just let things happen. Be very mindful of what you want to happen, okay, and work towards that goal, okay? Will I lose the house, Trinity? 1 second. But I am feeling there's a yes to this, and I'm going to be honest, I do feel like, though, you can change that, okay? I do feel like you can change that in time. So, or that it works out in your favor in time. All right, the Emperor comes up as well. So I do feel like you use the house, yes. But it feels like it needs to be an end. I don't know what it is about that house, but I feel like this has been a long time coming, and it needs to have an end, okay? In order for another door to open, this one has to close. Will Remus connect and reconcile with me? Thank you, Kai. Yes, it takes a little bit, okay, a little bit of a hard road, but the Lovers again comes up. So yes, they are going to reconcile. And I'm going to be honest, they're going to try to reconcile with you. I don't know if you're going to want it by then. Something about the way they try to reconcile doesn't feel right. Okay, almost as if, you know how when somebody apologizes, they say, I'm sorry you took it that way. It feels like that energy, you know, like it's not really an apology. That's what it feels like, but that's the best they can do. Please, will Calvin and I make our relationship official soon, please. I got you, mama. Yes. I do feel like they try to move in that direction. Yes, they most definitely do. Put another card. So yes, I do feel like they move in that direction. Okay. I do want you to just be mindful when they move in that direction. There may still be some things they have to button up. Some people they have to, you know, let them know they've made their choice. Okay. I hope that makes sense. And then everything will be fine. Don't get in your head and allow them to do that. Okay. Let them do that. You're welcome. Should I wait for Roshan romantically? No, I don't think you should. This feels like, first of all, it feels like you have options. Okay. I feel like you have options, and I'm be honest, I feel like you have better options. I see better options showing up here. Okay. I feel like making it work with them will be a fight. Okay. I almost feel like you want the person that is showing like is the hardest to get versus the person I feel like was there that was actually ready. Okay. Thank you, Trinity. Well, I passed the exam on my 3rd attempt. April. No, I'm sorry. What? And my question would be too, is like, I feel like this is not the right direction for some reason. Okay. Yeah, whatever this is this exam that you're trying to, I feel like you're purposefully being kept from passing it. Okay. I feel like you're meant to go in a different direction, to be honest. Thank you, Casey. Sierra, should I let my son go with his birth dad? Ooh. I do feel like you're in your head a little bit. Okay. I do feel like it kind of works out. Okay. But I at the same time though, I want you to be careful. I hope that makes sense. Set a little bit of boundary around the situation. All right. And I think it'll be fine. But I do want you to set some boundaries around the situation. I don't know why the energy of this person doesn't feel the greatest to me. All right. I'm actually feeling a little dizzy. And I don't know if this is like a sense of the anxiety I'm feeling from you. This makes me very nervous. I hope that makes sense. I could be picking up on you, but it makes me very nervous. The cards say it's going to be okay, but the energy around this feels like I'm very nervous, and I don't know if I want this to happen. I'm also feel dizzy, like I've been knocked in the head. All right. So I don't know if this person may have been abusive or put their hands on you. Okay. Thank you, Gias. If that is the case, I'm going to tell you to be careful and maybe even get a third party involved. Okay. I literally feel like I've been hit in the head. Okay. Should I reach out to the person I'm interested in? Priscilla. Yes. I feel like for some reason, Priscilla, I mean, maybe just because you're asking that question, I do feel like the energy around the changes when you do reach out. Because I feel like you might be a little like, you know, like, why can't they make the first move type of thing? And almost reaching out feels like I'm betraying myself in some way. All right. As if like me reaching out somehow changes the image of that person, because it really should have been them. So I do feel like that energy, but it works out. Okay. So I do think at the very least for a date, I think you will at least know. You said yes. Yes. That's the energy I'm feeling. So yeah, I think you should reach out and just give it a chance, honestly. Okay. Will I find a love of my life in the state I'm in, or do I need to move to a different state? AI. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Sorry if I'm not seeing them and calling you out. I apologize. You do. Yes, you do find a person in the state. Just make sure you're going out, okay? Make sure you're going out. You're meeting new people. Go to places where you, you know, things that you enjoy doing with people you enjoy doing them with, if that makes sense. So if you enjoy, you know, let's say on a regular day, thank you so much for the gifts. So let's say on a regular day, you're the type of person that likes to go thrifting. Thrift around, you know, go to like open markets for thrifting, things of that, and see if you can meet somebody. Okay. But go places where you like to be, so you can meet someone that likes to do something you like to do. Will Remus reconnect and reconcile with me? And does he have feelings for me? Remus. No, I feel like you've been reflecting on this a lot, to be honest. And it's something about the energy around that reflecting is turning things around. Okay. I feel like he's kind of ping ponging all over the place too. So I feel like that there's times where he thinks about like reaching out, and he's like no, and then he's ping ponging and going somewhere else. Okay, so I don't think he's going to, not with that energy that he has right now. And I almost feel like you thinking about it so much, and I'm gonna be honest, you should just reach out at that point. I feel like you're thinking about it so much, the energy is constantly shifting around it. Okay. Are there messages in my dreams, and what does it mean? Are there messages in my dreams, Tony? Ooh. Yes, and I feel like they're slightly coded, Tony. Okay. There are messages. There's messages in your dream, and they're coded, almost like they don't fully mean. Like it's not extremely clear. You have to figure out the message. Okay. But my suggestion to you would be ask questions. Something, I do feel like something is attempting to communicate with you when you're asleep, because you're in that like in between stage, right? Before you go to bed, lay there, make it more of a meditation state where you're laying there, deep breathing. Okay. And I want you to ask questions. And when you ask those questions, when you go to bed, your dreams will start to give you answers. All right. And they'll be a little clearer. And then when you wake up, write them down. Okay. Thank you so much for sending that. Does Hakeem, oh, I don't want to miss it. Go back. Does Hakeem really love me? Thank you, Sonia. Okay, he is definitely, I feel like there's been some back and forth. Okay, like in and out of the life. He loves you the most that he can love. Okay, I hope that makes sense. His energy feels very almost like confused. A little hurt. I feel like he's been through some trauma. Okay. I don't think he knows how to love. And to be honest, I hate to say this, I don't think he's ever been loved like that unconditional, I love you just for being here love. Okay. So I feel like love with him feels very conditional. All right. And when he doesn't get his way, I almost feel like, oh, you don't love me then. And then I leave, and then I come back later. You know, so he loves you as much as he has been taught to love. Okay. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Stacy. Does Cornelius love me? Will we have another child together? We lost the first one. I'm sorry, Jan. Just love me. Another child together. You guys are going to be okay. I do think there's going to be a little more difficulty, okay, with having the child. And listen, this is the best way that I can say it, is to be straightforward. There is a spirit there, so I can feel it, okay. For some reason, it does not want to come attached to him, all right. I don't feel like it wants to come attached to him. I'm going to give you something to do even when the baby isn't there. He needs to, I don't know what it is about his energy that feels a little scared in a way. And I feel like things actually may go in a different direction when the baby's born. What I'm going to tell you to do, you need to make that spirit feel safe coming all the way through. Okay. I'm going to have you, I know that you're not pregnant now. Have him start to like rub your belly, sing songs, read books for the spirit that's hanging around waiting to come through. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Do that, and I feel like you can change the energy around it. All right. So literally just start acting like that spirit, know that spirit is there, and start preparing your womb for it by doing things like that, as if the baby's already ready. I hope that makes sense. Already ready to come through. Okay. Okay. Will my career shift for the better and financially better soon? It does. Takes a little bit of time, but I do see a shift. I'm going to tell you, there may be an opportunity. I want you to look at, I don't know what role it is that you do. Look at like certificates, additional learning, things like that you can pick up. I feel like that for some reason that's important, almost to show that you're dedicated. Okay, so whatever it is you do, if there's like an extra thing that you can learn how to do, I want you to start picking it up. Don't get too much in your head, because I do feel a sense of like, there's a sense of like, I don't want to do things I'm not paid for. I don't want to, you know, like if I'm not getting paid for it, I don't really want to take all this on. I'm trying to, and I feel like it's a boundary thing, but for some reason they need to see it. Okay. Oh, Johnny, I'm moving really fast because there's still a lot of people here, honey. You're going to have to ask the question again. I will say at some point, these do get posted to my YouTube channel, but my son does my YouTube channel. So, and it takes him a while. He's 17. So his life comes first, and then what mommy asked him to do. Thank you. I feel stuck. What career path to take? Please help, Jazzy. Okay. Jazzy said, what career path? There are so many different types of careers. I pulled 2 sets of cards, all right? So I'm going to say whatever your first option was works out better than the second. Okay. Just be careful not to be the hermit, but I do feel like, oh, I know what this is because I feel it now. This feels like your first option feels like you would do very well in a work from home position. Okay. That's what this feels like. Okay, so if you have an option for a work at home position, I think you do fantastic. For some reason, I think you're very good at staying on task. You also feel very organized, okay? So that's one option for you. There is a second option, but for some reason, I feel like, and this could be, I don't know if you suffer from like when you're around a lot of people, or, you know, maybe deal with workplace things not too great, because this one feels like it's a struggle. Okay, feels like a struggle, and it feels like I don't really want to be there, and it's really draining, but I'm seeing you in an office space. So I do feel like you may be meant to be in a position where you get to work from home. Also, I would look into like coding or something. I don't know. You just feel like you'd be very good sitting in front of a computer, and I feel like you're very organized. I'm going through probate. What is the outcome? Okay, I'm going to try to answer. I actually don't know what probate is. Probate. It does not feel great, but it doesn't feel great because there's a lot against this. Okay. And then I try to make something new of it. And then it's still, I feel like a person shows up here and puts a damper in my plans. Okay. So I don't feel like this is going well so far. So I'm going to say, no, I don't feel like it works out in your favor. I apologize. Again, that can change. Okay. I'm going to say whatever you're currently doing, do something different to change the energy and see if we can get a different outcome. Okay. Guys, I'm going to answer a couple more questions. Okay. Because I need to go live for my subscribers. So I'm going to ask a couple more questions, answer a few more questions here, and then I'm going to switch over, close this one out, and open another one for subscriber only. Okay. Hi, Sonia. If you can ask, honey, and I see it, I'm going to... Albert, hi. Why hasn't Josh texted me again? Oh, why does this feel like it went so well? I feel like it went so well and something changed. Options. I feel like more options were put on their plate. Okay, whatever this means. I don't know what the texting was back. And I got hung up, right? I got more options and I got hung up, caught up. I got caught up in something. Maybe somebody was already there, but I had more options. I got caught up in something because I said hung up and Spirit immediately changed it to caught up. So I got caught up. Okay, so somebody may have said, hey, who's that you texting? All right. But I do feel like he got caught up. Will my finances get better really soon? Lawsuit included. Yes, they do. I'm gonna say does not feel really three to 4 months. Spirit's telling me 3 to 6. Spirit's telling me 3 to 6, but I'm saying 3 to 4, based off the energy I feel. Okay, so we're in disagreement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, Spirit is right. 6. Spirit is right actually. If I took this as the first 4 cards, that's literally the lawsuit right there. 6 months. Okay, 6 months you get the bag. Literally. Okay. 6 months you get the bag. Literally, money's coming out of every orifice. All right, and things change for you. So 6 months. Okay, Okay, I'm going to answer the last question. What is my purpose? For Linda Young. Linda, you have a couple different gifts. The one that probably sticks out to the most to me, though, I don't know why, I'm feeling like really drawn to animals. Okay, like really drawn to animals, almost as if I feel like animals understand what I'm saying and I understand what they're thinking. Okay, almost like I have a little connection with animals. I feel like I can communicate with them. Okay, if I were to you say that is a gift and that was where you would probably be the most prosperous, then I would say you should be working with animals. Okay, whatever you're doing, I think you should be working with animals. I think you're just very good with naturally good with animals. Okay. All right, guys, that was actually what I was supposed to stop answering questions a couple ago. If you are a subscriber and I didn't get to you here, I'm switching over to subscriber only. I'm going to be there for about an hour now, so I'll be finished around 11. So I'm going to switch to that. Guys, if you enjoyed the time here, please give me a follow. I thank you so much. I do try to go live most days, you know, when I in between readings and stuff, around 8 o'clock. Okay. Each night. So if you want to make sure that you catch me, please follow me. Again, I will not reach out to you. So if you get a message after this live, it is not me. Okay. So please don't respond. Make sure you click on their thing and go to their page. And you know, if you can, please make sure you block them so they can't reach out to you again. And most definitely report them. Okay, there's a few out there, which is crazy because I've only been really going live again for the last maybe 3 weeks, and already I've seen about 4 or 5 pages with my picture. Okay, I don't want you guys to get caught up in that, so please make sure follow the real me. That will definitely help. Okay, and block the ones who are not me. Okay. Secondly, if you'd like to a private reading, I'm going to be honest, mediumship is better in private readings. I don't have as many things going through. In order for that to happen, though, you have to be open to it. Okay. Please be open. Don't pull back. Those readings that we do, I can feel your emotion as well. Okay. And me connecting with that is actually really important, both for me and for your healing. Okay. And for us to get answers. All right. So that's it. I'm going to be switching over to my subscribers now. All right. Thank you guys. Please have a great night. All right. Bye-bye.